Today, we're not going to cut one gem, we're going to go for 3 gems. And the reason is, they've all got very low chances, but I'm hoping at least one will cut. So let's get on the wheel and see how they go. Alright, so firstly, we've got this piece, and it's a half witch's hat knobby. And you can see that there's a lot of green colour here, and just as you get further to that cap, there's a little bit more orange. And so, until we get in there, I'm not sure, but maybe it faces and shows some more orange a little bit further down. So if I shine the gem torch in there, it glows quite well. You can see that it's quite clean inside, and I just don't know what really is going to happen, but I wouldn't want just a green stone when I can see orange there as well. So let's start cleaning this one up. We'll see how we go. So you can see as I clean up that side, look at the colour that sits just underneath the skin. Like, it's really nice colour. So I think, I'm not sure exactly, but I think I need to try and capture some of that potch onto the back of that red, honestly, because the rest of that is all crystal, and while it's still nice green crystal, it could be nothing compared to that colour there. So I'm thinking that we might slice this straight up. I might slice that end off with all the sand there and bring it into this better colour. Maybe slice off a little bit off that end there as well, and a little bit off there. Go for 3 crystals on top and see if we can get a smaller gem right in the middle. That's a bit of a risky one, that one. I am not sure. Alright, so I've sliced all these pieces off the edges of this big piece. You can see it's nice colour inside there. And so I might put the small pieces aside for a second and just have a little bit of a quick look inside the skin of this opal. So it looks to me like it faces just green, and so we've got orange from the side. So what I might do is just have a quick look on the back and see if we get any orange coming from the back, and if we do, we have to get rid of that potch on the back. And unfortunately, I think we do. I think we have to get rid of this, because I can see underneath there that there is something in there that is not touching the black. The colour's not even there. So, all right, we're going in on the first one. So really pretty colour sitting there, but all in the middle of the sand. So we need to make it past that sand. Hopefully something underneath there makes it worthwhile. Yeah, see the big blob of sand there was on top of the potch, so I wasn't even seeing a dark opal or black opal underneath it. Which is a bit of a shame, because it could have been a nice black there. Alright, well, it's cleaning up. And while it's cutting a nice green stone with a little bit of gold in it, that sand spot's killing me. It's not the stone I was hoping for. There was a chance, definitely was a good chance of it, but can't have it all. So we've got to try and get that sand spot out. There it is. And now we'll bring it in to where the opal sits. And roll that dome a bit more, make it a little bit more pleasing. Gorgeous gem, but I was banking on something a little bit better. All right, next piece. Really pretty color, but very, very messed up. So this one doesn't have a lot of chance of cutting something decent. Well, not that I can see from the outside anyway. So let's have a little looky-see inside. And the sand looks to be eating up a lot of it. And that color bar there is really nice, but does it cut anything? That is the question. I really like to get rid of that grey off the top. It's just not the nice type of opal. A little bit more water, I think. Now we're getting down closer to the colour bar now, so it's just starting to show up there on the edges. Now we're getting down to the colour bar on the edge there, and it's just starting to show some colour and potential. Whether it cleans up or not is the million-dollar question. Oh, that sand is a problem. Problem child. Alright, so we got some really pretty colour right on the edge there. And then this side has potch in the face. But really gorgeous colour. Which I guess is a bonus, because I wasn't really expecting much at all. Let's just roll that potch out of the face a bit more. And there we go. So quite a nice stone sitting there. So we'll give this a little bit of a shape. Bring it into where the nice stone should be sitting. I'm quite happy with that actually. It's nice bright colour. And the sand gave us a little bit of reprieve. Just enough to get a nice 1.5 to 2 carat stone gem. Not bad. I'm happy with that. That's quite nice. Alright, so the last piece really looks like it's going to cut something on the top there because the colour's really showing nicely. This sand here is ruining it for me, and I'm hoping that that lifts off the top so that there's something a little bit bigger underneath over this side. That would be the ultimate goal. So let's have a little looky-see inside. See if we can get rid of some of that horrible looking sand. And there's copite needles and sand and all sorts of things going on in this piece. It's just a matter of really of managing where the sand spots are and trying to get a stone, and I think it's going to sit right there. That's pretty much where it's going to be, which is a lot smaller than I imagined. But anyway, that's opal for you. And really wanted to show you that not all opal cuts, and so these three pieces are actually cutting, but not to the absolute extent that I was hoping. You know what? These pieces have beautiful colour in them, and it might not be the colour I expected, but still could have been much worse. Bring that in further, not too much further, but further. Take some of that back off. Ah. Oops. That could have very easily have broken the gem, but it didn't, luckily. Alright, so I'm actually pretty happy with that. I'm very happy with that. That's very nice.
If you're not subscribed already, we'd very much appreciate it, as only 13% of you guys are subscribed. Things like subscribing and hitting the like button help out the channel a bunch, as it continues to help us grow. Each of these 3 gems all had the chance to cut beautiful top gems, but instead they all cut extremely differently, which is funny because the value of these gems is pretty similar. And I have more exciting news. At Outer Lightning Ridge, me and Dad have now pegged a claim. And I'm going to take you guys through the journey of buying all the equipment, how much it costs, and we're going to start digging with a jackhammer. So it should be pretty interesting, and I look forward to sharing it all with you guys. Three beautiful gems, but it's not all a fairy tale ending, as the stone on the left actually cracked when it was taken off the dopstick. And it just goes to show that even Dad can make mistakes.
This one's 0.94 and is about $1,500, maybe $2,000. Let's go with $2,000. This one's 4.76 carats. Let's go with a $3,000 gem. And this one's 1.76 carats. And let's go with a $4,000 gem.
Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.